Lots of new information has come out about Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's good, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about those new photos. We're going to be talking about things that Tom Holland has said and the directors, and we're just going to be talking about all of it in today's video. It's going to be a little bit of a roundup video today because all this news came out all at once, and it was like release after release after release, and I just couldn't keep up with it because I've been really busy with other stuff like the Spectacular Spider-Man videos and Last Hunt, which is my Spider-Man fan film. So I've been very busy. But anyway, we're going to round it all up today. So let's talk about those Doc Ock photos. Now, I won't show them on the screen because Empire has come out and said that if anyone uses them, you know, it's breaking the law and they're taking down videos, yada, yada, yada. So just to be safe, I am not going to show them here. But you guys have all seen them already and you guys know what they're about. Hopefully, you've seen them. If you're not, just give them a quick Google search. You'll be able to find them really easily. They're everywhere. So, yeah, these photos are really cool. They show Doc Ock in very high quality. And one thing I want to talk about with these photos is that I think, personally, if you go look at the trailer shot from Doc Ock, you can tell that the CG isn't all done. He looks great, but he still kind of looks a little bit artificial. But in these shots, he looks really like Alfred Molina from Spider-Man 2. Like, obviously, they're using the de-aging technology because Alfred Molina looks older now, and, you know, Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2 was in 2004, so it's a very long time ago. However, Alfred Molina looks absolutely brilliant in these photos. He looks exactly like he did from Spider-Man 2, and I love it. He looks exactly like he did. So I think these photos are awesome. I think they're really cool. Let's move on. We got a couple of other photos of Tom Holland in the suit. One of him looking really awesome, doing the classic Spider-Man pose. This one looks really cool. I reckon this is probably somewhere towards the end of the film, maybe. That's my prediction, or after a really significant battle, maybe potentially with the villains in the film. I say villains now and not the Sinister Six because that's another thing we're going to get onto. Then there is another photo that looks like it's probably from the Sanctum Sanctorum or somewhere underground. If you can remember that Lego set that got leaked before, if you can remember, this one looks very similar to that with MJ and Wong and Doctor Strange. So this could be where this takes place. So that could be related to that. But all in all, there wasn't really too much to pick from these photos. There wasn't too many spoilers. It was generally just things we've seen from leaks or either the trailer. So it wasn't anything too new. So let's move on to some of the quotes from the directors, the actors, and all that kind of good stuff. So John Watts has described this movie as being Spider-Man Endgame. And what I think is really interesting about this is, although we already kind of knew this, I think this is them hinting more towards it being like a Spider-Verse crossover, them pulling in all the villains from the movies and pulling in all the Spider-Men from the movies. I think this is Spider-Man Endgame. That is a good way to describe this movie, and yes, I did say we all know this. However, I do think it's quite cool that we got the director confirming this now, which means we're ever closer to the reveal of Tobey and Andrew. And speaking of Tobey and Andrew, in that Empire magazine, let's move back to the Empire magazine that got released. There was a quote in the magazine that quoted Andrew and Tobey being rumoured for the film. And yes, they only referenced them to be rumoured. However, what's interesting about this isn't the fact that they said that they were rumoured, but the fact that Marvel, Sony, Disney, whoever, has to pre-check what goes in these magazines. Yes, Empire can write their article, but Disney, Sony, Marvel have to say, yeah, you can write about that. That's all good to go, because at the end of the day, it's their film. They're the ones that were sending in the set images and the images from the film. They have to say it's good to go. You're allowed to write that. Okay, you're not allowed to write this. You're not allowed to write about this, but you can write about that. So I think it's interesting that no one picked up on this. I think that is very interesting, especially Sony, especially if they end up not being in the film, attaching their names to a magazine that's reporting on official released images from the film. I think that's pretty risky. That's like putting the trailer up and then putting Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in the description of the YouTube video, but then them not appearing in the trailer at all. It's pretty much the same thing if you think about it, right? Empire releases a couple of images from the movie, official images that are being officially released by Empire as exclusives, and then putting Tobey and Andrew in the same article? Yeah, it's a bit sus, okay? It's a bit suspicious. However, we move. Speaking of things being confirmed, Empire straight up went and confirmed Thomas Hayden Church and Risa Fawns as 100% confirmed coming back as their characters from the Mark Webb and Raimi films respectively. Yes, we kind of saw them in the trailer, Sandman more so than Lizard. However, I think this is really cool now that we've got 100% confirmation from this magazine that Thomas Hayden Church and Risa Fawns are respectively reprising their roles in this film. Although we kind of knew this, we also kind of didn't, because people were rumoring that that shot in the trailer was also Venom, but Most people were saying that it was Lizard, so it was kind of confirmed that it was Yusuf Farms, but also it kind of wasn't, because you know what I mean, you know, it couldn't have been, it could have been, but it is. So that's what was said in the Empire magazine. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for the news roundup today. Sorry this was kind of a cluttered video with a lot of news for No Way Home, but like I did say, I've been working very hard on other projects, just had to get all this out to you guys. So that's pretty cool in the world of No Way Home. We've got a lot of information. We are getting ever closer to a second trailer, and that's one thing I want to ask you guys. When do you think we're going to be getting a second trailer for No Way Home? Comment down below, when do you think we're going to be getting it? If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like button, subscribe. If you are new, and make sure to hit the bell so you do not miss any more No Way Home news. You could be in the loop as soon as the news comes out and as soon as I post a video about it. And also, if you are interested in fan fictions, gaming, and all that kind of stuff to do with Spider-Man, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well so you don't miss any of that content if you are interested. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.